アメリカでは個人の借金や破産は日本以上によくある深刻な社会問題です。クレジットカードで多重債務を抱えている人が多く、突然の病気や怪我、失業が家計を直撃し、あっという間に破産するケースが非常に多いと言われています。今回の動画ではアメリカの破産に焦点を当てて、アメリカ人の破産に対する考えを見ていきます。
Oh man, my car broke down. I really liked not having a car payment. Guess I'll have to go and get a new one. Oh, so because I don't have great credit, I'm only approved for one car that's at 27% APR, so only $90 of my payment goes towards the premium, and $350 goes towards interest. Okay. So, because my car's not paid off, my car insurance went from $150 a month to $350 a month. Okay. So, because of all these new bills, I can't pay my monthly debts, so I need to get a debt consolidation loan, but because I now have a high debt-to-income ratio, I can't get approved for anything. Now I'm falling behind on my other monthly debts, so my credit score is dropping, so I have no chance of refinancing my car for a lower interest payment, and no chance of buying a house anytime soon.
Why did I just find out that a lot of wealthy people will file for bankruptcy? Because it's basically just a restart button? Of course, us common folk would know nothing about this kind of trick. The wealthy just use it to their advantage. So my therapist told me that she has a client that filed for bankruptcy and immediately started working with a credit repair company, and within 3 months, that person bought a house. So, file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. If you're in Arizona, make sure that, well, I don't really know the laws around the car, like sometimes they can seize your car, but I would look up those laws in your state. Make sure you have a stable place to live for like 2 years, because you might not be able to sign a lease if you have filed for bankruptcy, and then immediately start working with a credit repair company, and you can get your credit pretty much perfect within a few months. Sounds good to me.
I just got screwed by Bank of America so hard that it has to be illegal. I have been a valued customer of Bank of America for 20 fucking years. For 20 years, I've been enraveled with this monster of a bank. But I have also never once missed a payment on any of my credit cards in 20 years. Now that my finances are so fucked that I cannot make ends meet no matter which direction I come from, I'm in such massive debt, I thought, hey, why don't I try and get ahead of this thing and not default so that I don't have a bunch of credit collections? So I called Bank of America and I talked to them about one particular card that is just out of control and the minimum is too high, and they offer me a deal at a reduced interest rate and a reduced minimum payment for 60 months, but I have to cancel the card. So I'm like, that sucks, but it's okay because I have other cards. Not only for things to survive, like supplementing rent when I can't make it, electricity, food, but especially for subscriptions that I need in order to do work to make money, like Adobe, Dropbox, internet, phone, etc. All of these things I need. I was denied for any loan anywhere else to consolidate any of this debt, so I decided, let me see if Bank of America will work with me. And I made sure to ask, I said, if I make this deal, is this going to affect my other cards? Because one of my cards that I had since I was 18 has an 11% interest rate, which is unheard of. You can't get that anymore. It's like a lifeline if you need it. So I'm like, at the very least, I don't want to lose that card because that one's in good standing. I'm paying the payments. And the guy said, no, don't worry about it. Those cards will be fine. So I took the deal. But what did I just find out today when trying to buy groceries? With not so much as a message in the app, a phone call, an email warning, they canceled every single fucking credit card that I have with them. Obviously, I lost my shit and called. I finally got to a person. She tells me that Bank of America is just like allowed to look at your cards and your finances and see what other cards you owe and then just decide to close them. How is it legal to just go and cancel all my shit without warning, and I get to find out by declining one card after another when trying to buy food. Got the IRS zooping money out of my checking without notice. I've got Bank of America canceling my shit without notice. Where do they expect this to put me? What's the end game? The one thing that you had over my head, that high limit, low interest credit card that I've had since I was 18 years old, that I didn't want to lose because of a safety net, is gone. You took it away. So I've got nothing left to lose, guys. You fucked yourself. I feel a sense of relief, like a weight lifted, that I am freed of this big bank that I've been just intertwined with for 20 damn years, who screwed me over at every chance they got. It's criminal. And fucking interest rate fee bullshit. I'm done. I was already hungry, but thank you, Bank of Scamerica, for making sure that I'd be starving, so that when it comes time to eat the rich, I'll have plenty of room for you.
Way more people are in credit card debt than you can even fathom. And I'm talking large amounts of debt. Next time you feel really bad about not being able to attend a festival or have some sort of experience or have a luxury item because you don't have the money, just remember that most of these people that you know are borrowing money to get it, okay? Once upon a time in college, I lived in this huge shared living situation, which was a total fucking nightmare, okay? There were like 1 million people in the house, and I'm not even exaggerating. And there was this one girl I lived with that would literally travel out of the country to go to concerts multiple times a month, and she would like always get barricade, and she always had these huge shopping hauls and generally like really expensive beauty products and clothes, and like it was actually insane. And I remember moving in and thinking like, how is she affording this shit? Like specifically all the international flights and concerts, and sometimes there wasn't even a concert. She would just be like, I'm gonna go to Europe for a few days. And I was like, okay. But then other people in the house informed me that like she was actually in $30,000 of credit card debt and she just didn't give a fuck. And one time I talked to her about it and she was like, my parents have declared bankruptcy 5 times, like money isn't real. I was like, okay, bro. I forgot to add that one time people from the local court, or one of the local courts, pulled up in the parking lot of our house and served her these papers because Discover, like the credit card company Discover, was going after her for all this money she owed that she hadn't paid back like months ago. And I remember talking to her about this money because she would bring it up frequently, like in the house when I was like cooking in the kitchen or whatever, being like, yeah, it was like $1,200 or it was $2,000. Like the number would vary, like who fucking knows what the real number was? Like whatever she said, it was probably triple that, so like who really knows? But she's like, but they're a big company, like they'll just eat the cost. I'm like, no, they're gonna get you. And they did in fact get her, and they started like garnishing her wages and shit. Like it was actually crazy.